Spare a thought for your own safety, you fool. If I lost you too, I do not think I could go on.
Nothing vital was struck. She will survive, Your Highness, fear not.
Thank you.
The enemy forces have no one to command them now that Thalos and Erica have fallen. The castle is all but ours. This secures our victory.
Yes, but it's such a steep cost.
Indeed.
Queen Cordelia is past the worst of it.
It's all right now. I apologize for worrying you all.
That's good to hear.
You should be with her, Prince Roland.
Perhaps. But there's nothing I can do for her. I must leave her in the capable hands of the Kingdom physicians. Now, tell me how things in the Crown City are faring.
With Minister Camsel's help, we managed to take it with minimal casualties.
But some lives were still lost. The people will be angry at us for that.
And rightfully so. We acted knowing full well what the consequences would be, so we must face them. I intend to do everything I can to rebuild the Crown City and regain the people's trust.
And we shall help you however we can.
Thank you. I'm fortunate that Hyzant has also offered their aid in this endeavor. Together, I'm certain we can restore the capital to its former glory in no time at all.
Hold a moment, Your Highness. I do not think it wise to rely on favors from Hyzant any more than we already have. They will doubtlessly be looking for recompense, not unlike Sorcelet.
But I will need resources to build the kingdom. And funds.
If it is coin that concerns you, I may have an idea. We have quite a surplus of Esfrosti prisoners, thanks to our victory. I propose we ransom them back to the Grand Duchy for a hefty sum. Gustadov will have no choice but to accept. He's lost too many soldiers.
You would have us relinquish the full force of their army back to them?
We have already retaken Glenbrook, and Esfrost will not be able to move against the kingdom again for quite some time. All I ask is that you consider all your options carefully to avoid falling under Hyzant's control.
Esfrost murdered my family.
Peace, Roland, peace. The welfare of your people must come before all else now.
Very well. Let us parley with those cutthroats.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
But I will also accept Hyzant's aid. That is my decision as King of Glenbrook. We must continue to work with the Holy State if we are to destroy Esfrost once and for all.
As you command. I will supplicate myself as one of the Saintly Seven to the Holy One and ask for aid.
So, und dann wieder zurück zu Triangle Strategy. Ja. Dann gucken wir mal, was passiert. Wir müssen ja auch noch Esfrost immer noch. Der eine Gustavdorf muss ja auch noch besiegt werden, ne?
Overwhelmed by the forces of House Wolford, Esfrost's troops are scattered and driven from the Crown City. Glenbrook, at last, is free. Several days after this fateful battle, Queen Cordelia announces her intent to abdicate the throne and make way for another. Roland Glenbrook, his face no longer hidden from the world, will take his rightful place at the seat of power. With the prince's friends having only just finished grieving his death, and his enemies having only just finished toasting to it, this news shocks the foundations not only of Glenbrook, but of Nozelia itself. Benedict's daring stratagem has left deep scars across the city, which stand as a statement to Esfrost that their enemies will do anything to see them defeated. The prince becomes king, and condemns the schemes of Gustadolf, making known Esfrost's plot to usurp the throne. However, the people's reaction to this news is not quite a chorus of approval. It is plain that the ravages of war and the shame of subjugation have left an indelible mark on the once prosperous nation. Although the battle for Glenbrook is behind them, Serenoa and the rest of the city's liberators must make ready for a struggle of an entirely different sort.
Congratulations on returning to your rightful throne, King Roland.
Ah, you've returned. My friend, a word.
Yes,
I am honored to have had you by my side on this journey. To be able to call you friend.
as am I, Roland.
Your Majesty, representatives from Hyzant have arrived.
We shan't make undue demands of your time, King Roland. We've simply come to say farewell.
Without your aid, my people would still be under Esfrost's iron rule. Glenbrook owes you a debt of gratitude.
Consider the debt paid. The knowledge we gleaned of Elfric's capabilities was more than worth our troubles.
Indeed, it surpassed my every expectation. The Holy One is sure to be pleased with the results.
Your Majesty, can we trust you to lift the embargo and keep Esfrost subdued?
Of course. Lord Wolfort has promised his full cooperation in that regard.
Your Majesty, lest you misunderstand your friend's position, allow me to make one matter abundantly clear. Minister Serenoa is of the Saintly Seven. He is not to serve at your whims, but by the grace of the Hierophant.
I understand, but he is also a Lord of Glenbrook. More importantly, he is my friend. As such, I would ask for his assistance in the days ahead, as I have in days past.
Your Majesty, it is plain that the friendship between you two runs deep. However, the rules of politics are old and immutable.
And what does the Lord himself think of his new position?
Of course, I am grateful for the honor Hyzant has bestowed upon me. I will do all in my power to serve both the Hierophant and King Roland with all faithfulness.
In other words, the Hierophant does not have your full loyalty.
Well,
Glenbrook and Hyzant are to be two nations united in purpose. Surely it is reasonable that Lord Serenoa acts in service to both? Perhaps King Roland and the Hierophant should discuss my lord's role together.
You are right, of course. It is not our place to assume the goddess's intent.
Very well. I hope to meet with the Holy One as soon as my duties allow. I expect busy days ahead for you, Serenoa. Be prepared.
certainly, Your Majesty.
Milo shall stay in Glenbrook for the time being. If there is aught she can assist you with, consider her at your complete disposal. Remember, Milo, that you are the symbol of friendship between our two nations.
But of course, I live to serve, Minister.
And with that, we shall take our leave.
May we meet again soon.
They leave us with a spy. It seems we still haven't won their trust entirely.
Whatever secrets they uncover will only attest to our commitment to the friendship between us.
Still, their actions speak volumes. Their aid has not come without expectation of just recompense. Already they seek to make Lord Serenoa their puppet.
But we need Hyzant's aid to crush Esfrost.
By the same token, we cannot resist Hyzant without Esfrost's might. And once Esfrost is laid low, Glenbrook will have served its purpose. What then would stop Hyzant from tightening their grip?
Just as they did with the Rosal. The injustice I saw at the source is not something I'll soon forget. If you require proof of Hyzant's true nature, you need only remember.
I know. I know. This country is my home. Built by my father and the kings before him. Safeguarded by my sister and generations of my forebears. I will rebuild it. Restore its glory and its pride. We will not be treated as dogs at the end of a leash.
For now, we must look within. Only after that work is done should we look without.
So, the Crown City has fallen. I see. And what of General Avlora?
Her forces were swept away in the floods, and she has not been seen since.
And my siblings, Thalos and Erica?
They died, fighting bravely in battle. My condolences, Your Grace.
I understand. I have fewer pieces on the board than ever now.
Pieces. Really is true what they say about him.
It seems I was wrong to think that Hyzant would remain idle. Or was my more grievous error to be taken in by the prince's false death? Regardless, I was a fool to show House Wolford any mercy.
Your Grace, reports from the battlefield tell of an unknown weapon being brought to bear against our forces.
Oh? Continue.
Our troops sighted an explosion of purple smoke from the Tellier domain before the banks collapsed and flooded the valley.
They possess a weapon that can alter the river's flow. We mustn't allow Hyzant to think they've won the upper hand. I intend to answer their weapon with one of my own.
After retaking Whiteholm Castle, Roland assumes the throne. Joy over the return of the line of Glenbrook sweeps the kingdom. Yet not everyone is quick to welcome Roland back with open arms. Life under Esfrosti rule treated them well, and they suspect him to be naught but a figurehead of a puppet regime. Roland's absence, it seems, made room for discord among his subjects to flourish.
There you are, Your Majesty.
Ah, Huet.
Pray, do not sound so dismal. Now that we have retaken Whiteholm Castle, you are Glenbrook's rightful king. We've an entire kingdom to rebuild out of the ruins of war. Patriot and the others have been demanding utmost haste.
I understand that, I do. But... oh, Cordelia. Damn the duchy. They tried to take everything from me. They have to pay.
I know you have suffered many hardships, but pray, do not let yourself succumb to despair. Me, our comrades, your people, all of us are eagerly awaiting the era of peace our new king will bring.
King, eh? My father never once let his emotions overcome him. Not even the day my mother died. I had every intention of following his stoic example, but...
Majesty, I bring word from the infirmary.
Is it Cordelia? Pray tell me she is all right.
She is indeed recovering apace, Your Majesty.
Oh, thank the stars.
It seems she has something to discuss with you all, if you will hear her out.
Of course. Tell her we'll speak in the garden, but only if it will not tax her over much.
Yes, sire.
Huet, fetch Serenoa and the rest. Tell them to come to the garden as soon as they are able.
'Twould be my pleasure.
What is it? You're smiling.
It's only... I thought it would be some time yet before I saw you look so at ease. I'll return shortly with the others.
Cordelia, you returned to me after so long. But slow and steady is the path to recovery. Yes, there is no rush. So that is what happened in my absence.
Yes. Gustadolf was a clever ruler. After the invasion, Patriot and his royalists cozied up to Esfrost in order to protect themselves. Gustadolf used them to his every advantage. He stripped them of their privileges and left them nothing but their governing responsibilities. I don't think Patriot much cared for that, but it did ensure everything continued smoothly, without interrupting the people's lives.
Now I understand why there was little unrest after the occupation began.
A clean, effective takeover by a well-seasoned commander.
But all the while, he was preparing to face the next conflict.
Wait, does he intend to march on Hyzant next?
I believe so. I wish I could be more specific. But the Goddess's shield cannot protect the Holy State's capital from Esfrost. Not anymore. He said it will all be over once the death snell is ready.
What is this death snell?
A new weapon born from the coupling of his frosty ironworking and explosive projectiles. Thalos claimed it is powerful enough to break through the Goddess's shield.
To think Esfrost is capable of creating such a monstrosity.
So much for their reign of peace. Taking over Glenbrook was only the first move in a bigger gambit to seize the source.
I am disturbed to learn of Gustadolf's plan. But rebuilding our capital must take priority.
Very well. We should investigate the extent of the damage and discuss how best to proceed from there. House Wolfort will lend whatever aid you need.
Thank you, Serenoa. But since you are one of their Saintly Seven now, I'd ask you to keep an eye on Hyzant as well.
Cordelia? Apologies. A brief spell of dizziness.
I have been looking everywhere for you, Your Highness.
Patriot.
I do not recall giving you leave of the infirmary. Your injuries are still healing. Would you undo all the trouble I went through to get you the best of care? Pray, return to the infirmary at once.
It wouldn't do to push yourself, Cordelia. Rest now. Leave everything to me.
All right.
We got a pretty good understanding of the damage in the capital, my lord. It's a tad more than we were expecting.
I see. Then we must make haste with repairs. Let's report this to Hyzant and see what aid they can give us. Was there anything of note besides damage?
There ain't an easy way of putting this, but not everyone's exactly pleased to hear Prince Roland's returned. Esfrost exempted Glenbrook's subjects from the salt tax. Likely a bid to get in everyone's good graces. A damn good one at that. But more than that, the so-called freedom Gustadolf brought to the kingdom seems to have made a splash. He threw out the old ways and made it so anyone could better their lot in life depending on their ability instead of their birthright.
Just as in Esfrost.
Then the people must have looked quite favorably upon Gustadolf's rule.
I wager folks ain't too pleased to see us since they figure it means things will go back to how they used to be.
Roland surmised as much. We must do something to show the people his is a return worth celebrating.
Anna, have you looked into the state of affairs in the castle?
Yes. The head of the Royalists, Minister Patriot, is extending his influence. He made quite the name for himself, even under Gustadolf. Though he seems eager enough to support King Roland, he was just as eager to serve the Archduke. I do not believe we can trust him.
Distinguished members of House Wolford, how hard you are all working to rebuild our capital. What a delightful thing to see.
Minister, you do us a great honor visiting us out of all the many other responsibilities that must vie for your attention.
Oh, come now, do not think yourself so insignificant. The entire kingdom owes you its thanks, myself included, of course. We are so grateful for House Wolford's aid, even though you now serve a different master.
We are only doing what any of King Roland's loyal vassals would.
Speaking of the king, I'm afraid we've a bit of a problem. His Majesty seems to be entertaining thoughts of retaliating against Esfrost. But the people have had their fill of war, and I'm sure you're already aware the people look upon the royal line with disfavor. I only beg you take every care going forward.
A warning.
Even so, there is naught we can do but focus on rebuilding.
Indeed. Let us return to the king and apprise him of our progress.
I would walk the city with Sheila a bit longer and speak with the people.
As you wish. But this is not the capital you knew. Be careful, my love.
Shit. Lange. Ja. Habe ich schon mich begrüßt? Nee, noch nicht, ja, glaube ich. Wenn, dann sage ich nochmal Hallo. Willkommen zurück zu Triangle Strategy. Ja, sehr viel Quatsche jetzt. Muss natürlich sein, ist ja natürlich klar. Wir werden jetzt erstmal weitermachen. Es wird, denke ich mal, heute auch nur ein Quatsche sein, alles. Ist aber fein.
There are more who accepted Esfrost's rule than I imagined.
Glenbrook's history is long. Yet, that is why hierarchy and precedent hold sway. This is a stubborn land, my lady, not given to easy change. Though Archduke Gustadolf, acting in the name of freedom, granted privilege after privilege to the powerful. For people used to Glenbrook's rigid customs, I suppose that sort of change must have been too seductive to resist.
Perhaps. But his freedom was naught but greed and cruelty.
Lady Frederica, I've been searching everywhere for you.
A Wolfort messenger. Did you run all this way? What's happened?
My lady, I hail from Castle Wolfort, bearing tidings of Lord Simo.
Has he awakened?
He has. He is in high spirits and recovering well. And he is most pleased to hear of the capital's recapture. He bids you visit Castle Wolfort so he can honor you himself.
Oh, I must bring these glad tidings to Serenoa at once. How long it has been since I've seen him smile.
There is one more bit of news I have for you, my lady, but it is not so happy.
Is there some sort of trouble in the Wolfort domain?
Bandits are laying waste to the Rosellan village. To our shame, Castle Wolfort does not have enough soldiers to stop this. We would beg Lord Serenoa's wisdom in this matter.
The enemy must be powerful indeed. We cannot leave the Rosellan village defenseless.
Let us inform the others. Messenger, with us.
Well, well. Things are about to get interesting.
The coronation ceremony. Certainly there are more important matters to focus on right now.
A coronation is important to assuage the people's fears and restore their faith, besides which it is the Royalists' most fervent wish. A kingdom is only truly as strong as people believe it to be, and right now the world believes Glenbrook weak. The ceremony will be a display to the contrary.
Is this truly the remedy our situation calls for? Right now, I imagine the people care only for where their next hot meal will come from.
Rest assured, sire, House Wolfort will see your subjects shan't go hungry. But trust me when I say nothing will hasten Glenbrook's return to her former glory so much as announcing the return of Regna's rightful heir. To win your subjects' hearts, you need do nothing but ascend to your position upon the throne.
You mean sit my royal backside on a fancy chair?
In a manner of speaking. A king's duty is first and foremost serving as his kingdom's symbol. You needn't trouble yourself with day-to-day governance. We will assume that burden. After all, you have only just been crowned.
There will be no ceremony. The people will tell us what they need, and you will listen to them, Patriot. That is my command.
As you wish, King Roland.
How fare things, Huette? Have the relief supplies been given to those who need it?
Well, we had received a sizable shipment of goods from Hyzant, but there are complaints. It seems very few of those goods have made it into the hands of the people.
And why is that?
We aren't certain, though apparently Patriot and the Royalists involve themselves with the distribution.
Damn those Royalists! They cannot be left to their own devices.
House Wolfort and Minister Exham's forces have reclaimed the Crown City. And not only that, they have dealt a heavy blow to the Esfrosti forces in killing Thalas and other commanding officers.
We couldn't have hoped for a better outcome.
Oh, to see Gustadolf's face when he hears the news. Now he'll have no choice but to come crawling to us on hands and knees, begging for salt. Though, this could be our chance to crush the duchy once and for all.
Just because they're licking their wounds does not make them easy prey. They still have their iron, after all.
Ha! Iron. We can get iron. All we need do is make Glenbrook hand over the Grand Norzellian mines to us. A paltry price to pay for our bountiful aid in their restoration of the Crown City.
The Grand Norzellian mines. The spark that lit the flame of Esfrost's aggression. But why go through the trouble to seize an iron source when they have all the iron they could ever need? I should have Milo look into the matter.
Minister Idor?
Well, regardless, we control the salt. I say we bide our time until Esfrost admits they are defeated. Besides, Glenbrook seeks our aid in their reconstruction efforts, do they not?
Yes. King Roland and Minister Serenoa have both asked for help, and sent reports detailing the extent of the damage to the Crown City.
Send forth a veritable bounty. To Minister Serenoa of the Saintly Seven, that is.
Ah, yes. A show of the goddess's grace to the people, and as a wedge to drive between him and the king.
Esfrost, Glenbrook. They will both be ours before long.
Das ist unmöglich, sowas alles, ne? Eieiei. Oh Gott. Leute. Was ist mit den Leuten los? So, wen würde ich schon gerne jetzt noch... warte, er kann auch noch? Meisterschütze. Aber ich nehme sie jetzt erstmal. Quatsch. Sie. Erst sie, dann der Vogel.
I await your orders.
Wir können Auszeichnung machen. Und noch ein Ehren. Ja, das nehme ich. Dann kann ich ja gleich noch mal. 2 Stück Auszeichnung. Ich könnte jetzt... Oh no. Warte mal. What? 30. Oh, ich will erstmal die Sachen hier kaufen. So, haben wir das? Ich glaube, die Auszeichnung mache ich jetzt erstmal. So, und jetzt kann ich ja noch ein bisschen befördern. So, jetzt können wir den Vogel, die Vogelfrau. Dann würde ich gerne Frederika hören. Ach, er darf jetzt auch eigentlich mal.
I'm not yet satisfied.
Er ist schon Veteran. Was ist denn dann davon? Habe ich zu viel gekauft, ne? Na gut. Erstklassiges Garn kann man sich jetzt auch holen. Oh no. Veredelung. Oh no. Ich kaufe mir jetzt erstmal alles. Ups, 99? Ne, das wollte ich jetzt nicht. Holz. Kaufe ich jetzt erstmal Holz. Aha, vernichte alle Gegner, die in der Arena. Okay, ja gut. Vernichte alle Gegner, die in der Arena Kolosseum besetzt haben. Du kannst entweder effektiv mit Fernangriff oder von den umliegenden Höhenangriff oder versuchen direkt die Arena zu stürmen. Machen wir noch. Dass wir noch ein bisschen einen Kampf haben. Wir haben jetzt sehr viel mit Geschichte und so weiter und möchte auch ein bisschen noch leveln. Ich würde gerne den werde ich eh nicht einsetzen. Ich lasse hier jetzt mal, ich will die Schamanin gerne. Eistyp lasse ich auch mal, ich möchte gerne die beiden mal gerne einsetzen.
Time to take flight.
Die wird glaube ich sterben, ne? Kann ich nicht. Holy shit. Was mache ich denn jetzt?
Allow me.
My turn.
For victory! This is where you see that?
Ah, ist er runtergestürzt.
Too obvious.
From where shall we strike?
Now I end this.
I shall try my level best. My turn.
Someone give an old man a hand.
Was ist, wenn ich mich hier hinstelle? Ist doch perfekt, oder? Ja, let's go.
I hope you're watching, Grandfather.
I did it! Cool heads shall prevail. Your wounds are... My apologies.
What? You won't beat me! You're done!
The heavens judge you! A breath from above!
The hunt is on.
Das gibt's nicht. Warum verfehlt sie? Was ist denn los?
I will end this. Too easy.
I won't lose!
Ja.
Defeat is not an option. Now I
Weg.
end this. For my kith and kin.
I need to! Victory is not yet out of reach.
Was machen wir? Machen wir so.
I've done it now! Look at me learning.
Behold true power. Tremble in fear! The heavens bless me!
Someone give an old man a hand. I'll be using this.
Let me heal your wounds. Your wounds are...
Thank you. You won't beat me! You're done!
Lass mich doch nicht immer abstürzen!
Take aim.
Time to work.
Ich muss den Heiler erstmal töten.
For life. It's over.
Der ist der nervigste von allen.
Carefully.
Victory is not yet out of reach. All for victory.
As light as a feather.
For the future of House Wolford.
Very well.
You'll regret facing me! I shall do what I can.
Yeah, get a sound strike.
That stings. Saw through that plane is absolutely wonderful.
Here I come.
You won't beat me! To victory!
Ja, das gewinne ich, aber
Too obvious. Sound strike.
bin ich schon mal weg.
Step closer to our home.
This'll hurt.
For victory!
The situation is grim. Now I end this.
Lord Serenade.
My time is now. The heavens raise!
This battle is ours.
Try this! We mustn't lose heart. Be at ease.
That stings.
I've got you.
Auch tot.
Your orders? Victory is within reach. Sound strike.
I'll take you on! To victory! For victory!
Carefully.
Ich möchte gerne das erreichen.
Now then.
The hunt is on.
Danke. Gewonnen. Wunderbar. Ein bisschen Geld bekommen. Sehr gut. Und bis zum nächsten Mal. Äh, 18. Erstklassiges Erz. Mal ein bisschen so, wunderbar. Alles klar. Ja, haben wir das jetzt erstmal. Oh, eine Charakterepisode. Gut, dann hören wir uns das noch an.
Master Archibald, is there something on your mind?
Goddess be good. I must be getting on in years for you to be able to sneak up on me like that.
What troubles you?
I was only reminiscing. Windy days like these tend to blow my mind back a couple of decades or more.
Reminiscing about what?
The Salt Iron War. Hard to believe it's been 30 whole years. Some days I almost forget my time as one of the Saintly Seven. I defended the Citadel of Sand through the conflict. I was there when Esfrost attacked. A number of Rosellan prisoners who tried to escape the Source were there too. Including Our Lady Frederica's dear mother.
What's this?
She stayed behind all by herself to help the countless numbers of her fellow Roselle flee. That's how she was captured. But I knew we couldn't hold the Citadel. So I helped her and her friends escape in secret before the enemy attacked. The wind blew just as hard that night as it's blowing now. I'll never forget watching the Roselle, caked all over in mud as they slipped away into the dark.
So you didn't want innocents to get caught up in the coming battle?
It never settled right with me. The way the goddess's teachings permitted abuse of the Roselle for the supposed sins of their past. A person's life isn't worth more or less just because of the conditions of their birth. More than anything, I was moved by the selfless acts of Lady Frederica's mother. She reminded me of what I had once aspired to be. She was able to do what I never could. Risk her life to save her friends. I couldn't let someone like that die. Not on my watch. It wasn't long until the other Saintly Seven discovered what I'd done. They branded me a traitor, stripped me of my title, and sentenced me to death. Of course, I slipped out of their clutches before they could have my head. I wandered for a while before taking up life as a merchant under the King of Glenbrook's patronage.
I never knew you and Lady Frederica's mother shared such a past.
Well, it is in the past. Anyway, let us return. This cold night wind is making my old bones ache something fierce.
Okay, die ist gefestigt. Sehr gut. Ja, beim nächsten Mal gibt es dann eine Entscheidung, welchen Weg. Die Gruppe haben sich 3 neue Wege eröffnet. Welche davon wird Serenor einschlagen? Oh, interessant. Da bin ich mal gespannt, was das für Wege sind. Das weiß ich jetzt ehrlich gesagt nicht. Ob wir da irgendwas, ich denke mal Esfrost hier und was vielleicht hier mit? Ach, stimmt. Die Roselles. Ja, werden wir dann sehen. Okay, gut, dann würde ich mal sagen, das war es erstmal. Wieder viel Quatsche, aber das ist in Ordnung. Und dann sage ich mal bis zum nächsten Mal.